still on the crisis within the Performing Musicians Association of Nigeria, otherwise known as PMAN. Well, we've been listening to Pretty Okafor before we went on that break, who says he remains the PMAN president. We have Sydney Sparrow. He's just been announced acting national president of PMAN. He's actually the PMAN governor of the FCT. Thank you very much for joining us. Compliments of the season.
Thank you for having me.
I'm sure you listened to everything that Pretty Okafor had to say. Allegations of, well, he has countered allegations of high-handedness, you know, breaches, constitutional breaches, lack of transparency, and all of that. And he claims that this is really all about some real estate that ordinarily belongs to PMAN, but some people just want a piece of the cake. Let's hear your side of the issue.
Thank you so much. You know, PMAN, first of all, is not just about the property in Abuja. PMAN has a core mandate. Regulation of the music industry in Nigeria, welfare for musicians in Nigeria. So the whole thing that I heard is about land, 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 and land. But let me just go to that land issue. Before I became governor of FCT, we went for the National Delegate Conference in Lagos in 2023. Exactly on the 24th of October 2023, that was when the former president, the suspended president, was elected.
In 2023?
In 2023, October 24, we went to Lagos. And alongside other persons were elected, former other members of the National Working Committee here. But something happened, and then he traveled to Spain, like he said. And then first of all, let me, so you understand,
right.
The PMAN, the arrangement of the leadership of PMAN, we have the National Delegate Conference, which is the highest decision-making conference, right. But it's not a statutory body. Then we have the National Executive Council, which is a statutory body, which becomes the highest decision-making body in PMAN, because the National Delegate Conference comes once in every 4 years.
Right.
So then we now have the NWC. NWC is also part of NEC, but they are just about 6-7 people. The president, the first vice, second vice, the ex-official, the secretary, assistant secretary, legal advisor. But they are also part of the NEC. Major part of the NEC is all the governors of the states.
Okay.
Now, I haven't made this clear. When he had the issue in Spain, he was in Spain, we were in Nigeria, and we just saw suspension of PMAN president.
In 2020?
So last year, August.
Okay, 2024.
24.
Okay.
You know, we saw a letter, his own NWC suspending him. And the Constitution doesn't allow that. Constitution says that the National Working Committee shall report all their activities to the National Executive Council.
Right.
So when the NEC has to ratify that suspension before the NWC can announce the suspension. But that didn't happen. So the NEC, we stood and we said nothing of such can happen.
Status quo ante remain.
Yes.
Okay.
So we
at that point, Pretty Okafor remained not suspended.
Yes, right? Because we cancelled what the NWC did. Okay. He wasn't in the country.
That replaced him with Chucky Neji, Sonny Neji,
okay.
Zaki Aze, Rugged Man, etc. Is that the one you're referring to now?
So now that one is past. Today, let's talk about this suspension.
Why was he suspended?
He was suspended for these reasons. Number one, he doesn't, if you have any contrary opinion to whatever he says, you become his enemy. He takes you out of the the NEC platform. The PMAN governor of Kano State has been out of the NEC platform for almost a year, until on the 25th when we had that emergency meeting. That was when he was reinstated. the elected national treasurer of PMAN was also removed from the NEC platform by the same person. Elected treasurer was removed from the same person. Now, when that thing happened in last year about the suspension, we intervened and suspended 3 of the National Working Committee members.
Right.
When we suspended them, now the NEC has the power to suspend for 12 months. So we suspended them. So that
You
those
now being NEC.
Yes.
Right? Okay.
I'm part of the NEC.
We are part of the NEC.
Yes. So
right.
now those seats became vacant, but there are elective positions that is supposed to be elected on every national delegate conference. But there's a provision in the Constitution when there is an emergency, we can call for special national delegate conference. So the vacancy of those seats warranted that special national delegate conference, which we agreed we were going to have in October of this year, of 2025.
Right.
We spoke with the then president. Let's do this so we can fill up these vacant spaces. And then we can also use it to celebrate your 2 years in office. We agreed all that. But surprisingly, this man started dodging. He doesn't want it to happen, and it didn't happen. Suddenly, by himself, without approval of NEC, without ratification of NEC, appointed a first vice president of PMAN, appointed a second vice president of PMAN, appointed ex officio of PMAN, and then went further, brought them inside the NEC platform to be having NEC meetings with us, while he removed an elected national treasurer of PMAN from the NEC platform.
So the bone of contention now is what you allege to be arbitrary
gross violation of the PMAN constitution.
Removal of persons.
Yes.
And appointment of others.
Of others.
Right.
Now,
are you saying it has nothing to do with this property issue?
I'm coming to that.
Okay, because we don't have all
yes,
day.
I'm coming to that.
Right.
Now, this property issue came before I became PMAN governor. So it was before he was elected in 2023.
Right.
So we talked in that delegate conference. We talked about the property, and we were told it was 60-40.
60-40.
JV. They had a JV agreement with the developer.
Right.
Developer gets 60%. PMAN landowner gets 40%, which is, I think, is a fair deal, because that was what we heard. And then later on, we started asking for the document of the JV. Where is the contract?
Who were you asking?
We were asking the president.
Pretty Okafor.
He was the president. We were asking, where is the JV? You know, dragging foot, reluctant and everything. Somehow, the NEC members, we managed to get the document. And I can tell you, and I can tell Nigerian musicians, we discovered that out of the 40% that goes to PMAN.
Right.
I will read it. It's here.
Very quickly.
I'll read it. It's here. Now, the F of the document says, okay, E says the sharing ratio as agreed by parties shall be 40-60. That is, the landowner shall take 40% of each building category agreed and approved to be developed, while the developer will take 60% of each building agreed and approved.
So where's the problem with that?
I'm coming to that. This,
I wish we had all day.
Okay, let me just go to it. Let me go to F now says the landowner has agreed that 10% of the 40% of PMAN shall go to the technical company of the landowner. Which
is the technical company of the PMAN, being the landowner.
Yes.
So that seems to be the bone of contention here.
Yes.
10% or 40% That means it's not going to the technical.
So PMAN now gets
Right.
30%.
And
so
10%.
who is the technical company?
Who is it?
We don't know. The name of the technical company is not in the JV.
So as far as you're concerned, a technical company is not in existence.
It's not in existence. In what meeting? In
Okay.
what meeting did PMAN agree that 10% should go to the technical company? They should provide the minutes of the meeting.
Okay.
And also, in what meeting did they agree that PMAN has engaged a technical company? They should also give us the minutes of that meeting. That was how, and then he started dodging.
An investigation was supposed to have been carried out.
No.
Did you discover that this 10% was going to some...
We don't know. So we started calling for NEC meeting,
Right.
which the president refused to call. The year was coming to an end. He refused to call NEC meeting. So we had to invoke a portion of the PMAN constitution to have that emergency meeting.
So just like I asked Pretty Okafor, unfortunately we don't have all day.
Yes.
Who is the national president of PMAN
right now,
as we speak?
I am the acting.
Acting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll really have to leave it there. Thank you so much for joining us. I do recall in 1984, the late, great Christian Igbokwe and Sonny Okosun founded PMAN to guide, protect, and promote the interests of musicians in Nigeria. The question is PMAN living up to that vision of the founders? Your guess is as good as mine.